Good afternoon and welcome to my hobby table. Do you ever wonder what happens to those poll results that you vote on when a YouTube creator, such as myself, actually releases a poll? Well, I've often wondered that because I've answered several polls and sometimes I don't always go back and see if my vote counted or what happened with it. So I was just going through here, and this will be a short video, which is one of the topics, subjects of one of these polls. And just was going through the polls that I put out just in 2025, which there have been 4 of them, and I thought it would be interesting to share the results with you all because I know many of you, probably even the ones that voted, probably don't go and look at these things. And to be honest with you, when I create a poll, I'll only sit there and look at the results for tops 48 hours. After that, I kind of forget about it. So anyway, let's start with the first poll of the year, which was January 6th, 2025. It was regarding video content. So I had been working on the Cadet Mark II wing and doing some other things and kind of diverging from strictly glow engine things here. So I was asking, what types of other content would you like to see? And my choices were, and I understand that polls are completely swayed to the way a person lists or phrases the question or the answer. So that's kind of not necessarily fair in all senses, but it is what it is. So anyway, I had 4 options for this particular one. More old school RC equipment and items, more RC Modeler magazine look-throughs, articles, reads, etc., more building and covering, or just go back to what I am best at, glow engines. I was kind of surprised at some of these results. It was really kind of split across the board quite a bit here. And as you can see, more building and covering happened here, or won out with 40% out of 128 votes. So I'm not sure that I actually continued to do any of that. I might have, after I released it, I might have done a couple of more things with the SIG Cadet. But honestly, yeah, I kind of lost interest in that just because it was still wintertime, and I don't know. It's more challenging for me to do those kinds of things than to get into that kind of building stuff and covering stuff. But I don't have an excuse. Either way, I didn't do that. So it looked like what I ended up doing was probably more old school RC equipment and items and RC Modeler magazine look-throughs. Obviously, I couldn't go back to glow engine stuff because I don't believe I was really servicing a lot of engines and certainly wasn't running engines at that time. So let's see here. What's the next? In April poll, I had, let's see, video topics with not running engines is what I put here on my notes here. So this was the 3rd week of April. No, yeah, that was the next one. 3rd week in April, I was asking, on days when I'm not able to be out running engines, what would you like to see? And maybe I should have just, one of the options should have said, nothing. You're putting out too many videos, just stop. But I didn't. That wasn't, see, and again, that's slewing the results in my favor because of how I phrased it and what I included as answers. So here, the 4 answers were tidbits videos, engine disassembly, reassembling, bearing replacements, RC Modeler or catalog flip-through for articles and ads. See, I put that in 2 polls already because obviously I really liked doing that, and it wasn't well received as much as I thought. The 4th one was other, please elaborate, and that was one of those ones where I just kind of asked you, write in some comments, and I didn't cut and paste comments to read what was in there, but 6% people selected that, as you can see. 77 votes is all that this particular poll got. So engine disassembly, reassembly, bearing replacements was by and far, won out 68%. So, and I think I've been doing that, I have actually been doing that, and a lot of the reason I've been doing that is because customer engines have ramped up quite a bit, and I've been doing that, and then of course the collaboration with Boca bearings also helps out because I do bearing installation videos for them. So RC Modeler magazine flip-through, catalog flip-throughs, and tidbits videos were pretty much split there, 12 and 14%. I really enjoyed flipping through the magazines, but if you guys don't want to see that, that's fine. I'll just sit here in my spare time that I seldom ever really have and flip through a magazine and a catalog, but it's hard to come up with any spare time. May 20th, 2025, Tidbits episodes. This time I must have been putting out a lot of Tidbits episodes, and I kind of like those too. So I must have spent, this was just Tidbits episode. I'm wondering if multiple subject videos, do you like Tidbits videos? That was the question. And the three answers were, I like them, keep them coming, I prefer individual subject videos, and no opinion, like them all. So this was an interesting one too, because out of only 68 votes, 57% won out with no opinions, I like them all. That's good, thank you, I'm glad. And then I like them, keep them coming, 28% is in second place for that one. I kind of like the Tidbits videos because sometimes it tends to make videos a little bit longer, which we'll get to that last poll here soon, which can be a drawback, but it allows me to show multiple items at one time, so I don't have to sit there and keep making different videos. So it is just kind of a surface look at certain things, and I'm hoping that the Tidbits videos, that kind of the purpose of the Tidbits videos, which I really never explained, was I give you a quick overview of some hobby items, and my intention that I never explained was you to come back and say, oh, I really like that, can you do more on that particular item? That really hasn't happened in the comments or anything like that, so that was kind of the intention. My personal intention behind the Tidbits videos was throw some items out there, throw them up in the air and see what comes down, and people say, ooh, I like that, let's see more of that particular item, a more in-depth look at that item. That hasn't really happened, so I like doing the Tidbits videos personally. So here are the final poll for this year so far, June 11th. I just put this one out, today's the 12th, I put it out yesterday, and it got 118 votes. And this was basically about the length of my videos, because quite honestly, I've kind of, in the old days of just running engines, I used to really heavily edit those things out. When I had issues or problems with an engine, glow plug swapping and that kind of stuff, I would edit that stuff out and just only show the good stuff and hardly ever show the bad stuff, or not bad stuff, the stuff that increased the duration of the videos. Because I do look at my YouTube analytics, and for the most part, the average view time of most of my videos is increased lately, but for many years it was only at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So that was telling me, well, most people don't have a long attention span or don't have time to sit and watch a long video, so I was trying to keep things short. Now it's like, I don't care, I'm just going to post longer videos, because I think if I have better content that gives more information and troubleshooting or tuning advice or whatever, I think that's more valuable than people losing interest and not watching the entire video. So I'm not even caring anymore about how long any of you watch videos. There's a lot of content in my videos. There's a lot of stuff that I say and do in my videos, and if you don't watch the entire video, then you're the one that's missing out. It's not me, because I was there and I did it. So that's kind of the thing, is that some of the longer videos tend to have a lot of good information in them. So I've just chosen to say the heck with trying to make short videos unless the stuff that's in there is completely irrelevant. I take that out. So those are the poll results, the 4 polls from this year, and I think that says, so this one here is either is fine, 69%. Great, because I tend to have longer videos now, and this was supposed to be a short video, and I think I'm rambling on here. So it's good that you don't mind longer videos, and I don't blame you if you bail out of this one early too and not catch what I'm saying right now. Because quite honestly, when I'm watching a video, I have the same thing. I have so many things going on in my life that I really just don't have the time, and usually I'm sitting there watching the video while I'm either eating breakfast or cooking or doing something like that. So I've got a couple of buddies that have been putting out some long videos. Chuck and Chris, they've been putting out some nice long build videos, and I'll sit and watch those because I think that's kind of interesting. I don't really sit and watch them. I turn them on and I may sit and watch them, but I'm kind of doing other things at the same time. But I'll make sure that I comment on their videos and listen for the high points and stuff. But I mean, I suffer from the same thing. It's just time. I mean, I don't have time to sit and watch all of these videos. There's so many subscribers I'd love to sit and watch their videos of, but I just don't have, I haven't been able to find the time to get in my schedule to watch them. I'm too busy making videos and doing many other things with my life. So anyway, I'm rambling. That is what the poll results are. And thank you all for watching and sticking with me and watching and voting on these polls, because I do look at them and I will try to do exactly what is most interesting to you, the subscribers. So thank you.